Hi, I'm Mamurjan Rahimov. I will be conducting research and plan a marketing campaign module in this semester. First of all, I would like to congratulate all of you on becoming a part of Cambridge International College. I hope that we will get to know each other throughout the semester. I would like to tell you a little bit about myself. I hold 2 American diplomas. I got my first diploma from Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia, which is located in a place where Coca-Cola has its headquarters. So Coca-Cola is headquartered in Atlanta. I won a grant from UMIT Foundation, and I went there as a student. And right before we had come to this university, Coca-Cola Foundation has granted $300 million to Emory University to renovate its campus, to buy books, and to hire top professionals to make the university better. So they did that. Our dean was from London. My management professor was from France. So they bought a lot of books. Emory University Library has a great collection, and they renovated the campus, and there was some money left. They spent about $50 million to build new building for the business school for Emory University. So the business school had old building. It was already too small for the business school, so they decided to build a brand new building for business school of Emory University. So to commemorate this event, Coca-Cola produced limited edition bottles of Coke, right? So instead of hanging some banners, instead of putting some billboards, they just produced limited edition of these Cokes, and they put a lot of these, probably a couple thousand of these. They put on the tables outside in the backyard, where faculty, students, parents, and guests could pick up one as a souvenir, right? So why is it limited edition Coke? Well, it's a regular Coke in glass. Now it's also sold in Uzbekistan, but it has the logo of the business school and the university, and it has the date of the opening ceremony. So it says here, opening dedication September 26, 1997. So yes, I was a student at that time. So I put one in my left pocket, and I put another one in my right pocket, because we are from Uzbekistan, and we have a lot of relatives and friends, and we would like to give them some souvenirs. So nobody said anything. And a few weeks later, one German friend came to Atlanta, Emory University, and we bragged about our limited edition Coke, and we talked about the event. The event was great. There was a concert, nice speeches for the opening ceremony. And then this guy, German guy, his name is Manfred. So he was very sad that he missed such a great event and he couldn't get one Coca-Cola bottle as a memory. So remember, I had 2. So I gave one of those Cokes to the German friend as a gift. I said, "It's here, take it. I have 2." And so I only have one left, right? So one Coke left. And then a few weeks later, the Coca-Cola worldwide has a lot of fans, and they collect all kinds of Coca-Cola memorabilia, posters, can openers, toys with Coca-Cola sign, logo. So they were offering for this bottle $300 as a reward. If anyone would like to sell their Coke, they said $300. So if I had two, I would definitely sell one, and that was a lot of money back then. You could actually buy a small apartment in Uzbekistan for that money, but I didn't want to sell this one. I kept on this bottle because this is, for me, this is more than just a bottle. This is a symbol of marketing, right? Because look, they turned simple. What is main ingredients are, colored sugary water. That's it. This what's inside is very simple. It's colored caramel color sugary water, right? This is it. Carbonated colored sugary water, right? So they turned this through proper marketing. They turned this into a global brand, which is recognized by 99.9% of people around the world. So for me, this is like my diploma in marketing. For me, this little bottle is like a monument to marketing. So that's why whenever I teach my first class on marketing, whether it's undergraduate or graduate, I try to bring this with me and share the story of the Coca-Cola, so that you see the power of marketing, what the marketing can do to something as simple as a carbonated colored sugary water, right? It turn, even, did you know that even the shape of the bottle is patented, right? So it's licensed shape. So they say, it really fits really nice in your hand, whatever. But the shape even of the bottle is recognized worldwide. Even if you cover all the logos, just show the silhouette of this bottle, people recognize the brand. That's one story that I would like to share with you today. And I have a special jacket for it, made by Gucci. So I put it in this jacket, and to the next demonstration in my next class, and I say, sleep well. I have been teaching in Uzbekistan for more than 15 years. And besides teaching in universities in Tashkent, I do trainings all over Uzbekistan. I go to remote cities. I haven't been to Nukus. I haven't been to Karakalpakstan, but the rest of the Republic I have visited either as a consultant or as a trainer. And I usually try to take the bottle with me. And, people recognize me at the bus stops or, in the streets, at the airports or train stations, and they say, did you take your Coca-Cola with you? Is your Coca-Cola here? They say, yes, I brought it. So I'm going to tell you the Coca-Cola story. So seemingly a small thing, but it has a lot of lessons to take from. So after I got my diploma from Emory, I worked for Uzdeu Motors company in Uzbekistan. We exported cars to Russia, and those years our exports to Russia were really good. At the peak, Uzbekistan was exporting around 100,000 cars to Russia, made in Uzbekistan. Then I went back to get my master's degree, and I studied at University of Illinois at Chicago, which is located right in downtown Chicago. And I got my master's degree in economics. Also, I received a certificate from the Center of Economic Education. I received a certificate on teaching of economics. So that helped me to get a job in Chicago. For the next 3 years, I was teaching foundations of economics in private university in Chicago. So 3 years, I was teaching foundations of economics to students in America. So that was a great experience. Before that, I had the opportunity to get internship at World Trade Center, which is like a middleman between, matchmaker between business people from around the world. I did that. So here I am. I have some, before we start the class, before we start talking about, marketing and what it does and how to plan a marketing campaign, I have some recommendations for you, and I would like to share some of my philosophies with you. So, first of all, I know one of my favorite sayings is leaders are readers. Okay, please remember this. This is a very important saying that I cannot overemphasize. Reading is an essential part of education, of higher education. All right. Of course, you can watch a class, you can watch a demo and stuff like that, but it cannot fully replace reading. All right. And since a lot of the reading material will be in electronic format, I would like to recommend you to obtain one of these electronic reading devices, which is called Kindle. I don't know if all of you are familiar with this, but if I tell you that Forbes in 2020, Forbes made a list of, they counted 2,095 billionaires in the world, and their combined net worth is $8 trillion. And the richest man in the world as of 2020, do you know who is the richest person in the world? The richest person in the world is Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is the founder of Amazon.com, right? Amazon.com. He's the founder of Amazon. You know Steve Jobs, right? One of the greatest things that Steve Jobs gave to this world is the iPhone, right? So he left his legacy. So he gave iPhone to this world, right? So I think, in my opinion, one of the greatest things that Jeff Bezos gave to the world is Kindle. This is Amazon Kindle. This is a paperwhite edition. So this ebook reader, it's a great investment for your education, since a lot of things will be given to you electronically. So you have to read from electronic devices. Reading from a laptop screen or smartphone screen is, it's very tiring for the eyes. But this Kindle is specifically made with a special screen which doesn't tire your eyes. It has a great battery life. I really, I forget last time I charged my Kindle, so it's very long-lasting battery, and it doesn't have any distractions. So it doesn't have messengers, it doesn't have music or video. It's only for reading. All right, and of course it has Wi-Fi to download more books from Amazon websites. So I believe that if you invest into this device, it's going to help you greatly to become a better reader. And since you are, most of you are not native speakers, this will also help you learn English, because it has built-in dictionary. So if you don't know any word, you just press on that word and the definition pops up, and the Kindle automatically saves all your new words, and then later you can go through them and build your vocabulary. And once you memorize the word, you can remove it from that list. But if you think you want to, keep exercising, rehearsing, learning this word, you can keep it in your list. So Jeff Bezos himself is a great reader, and he's a great leader. When I was a student, probably your age, Jeff Bezos, did you know that Amazon started as a bookseller? It was just an online bookstore. So when I was a student, I would buy a lot of my textbooks and other non-textbooks from Amazon, because it was one of the cheapest sources of books, right? But later Amazon expanded virtually into anything. So now you can find anything from A to Z, right? Amazon. So even when they write Amazon, right? If you look at Amazon logo, so there is a smiley which goes from A to Z. You see, it's a great logo. So first of all, it's smiley, and second of all, it says you can find anything from A to Z. All right. So and Jeff Bezos is the richest person of the world, in the world as of 2020. And a lot of reading, he's a great reader. He reads a lot. You can find on the internet some of the books on business recommended by, for you to read. So also I'm going to recommend you some authors for you to follow, to learn from. Of course, the Cambridge International College will provide you with concise course book, right? But please do not limit yourself with this course book. In addition to reading this course book, also in the syllabus, Introduction to Marketing, Principles of Marketing books by Philip Kotler are recommended, is an additional reading. Also, one of the books that I highly recommend to all new learners of marketing is Marketing Insights from A to Z. All right. This is also by Philip Kotler. So this is by Kotler. So Philip Kotler. It's a classic. Don't look at the year it was published. It's a classic, of course. Some of the examples may be not as relevant today, but many marketing principles are still, valid and useful to understand. There are some other authors that I would like you to explore, such as Malcolm Gladwell. All right. He has a lot of videos on YouTube, on TED.com, TED Talks. He's a great speaker as well as author. He writes on various topics, and a lot of his books may help you better understand marketing and society. And the next author whose books I would like you to find online and explore is Seth Godin. Right? He's an American marketer. He's younger than Philip Kotler. He has some TED Talks online that you can find on YouTube. His speeches are available, so you better understand what marketing is today. All right. So in addition to reading these textbooks and course books, I would like to recommend you to be more attentive when you walk outside, when you are watching TV, or when you are browsing the internet, to be more attentive to marketing world around you. Marketing is all around us, right? So marketing surrounds us. So I would like you to be more attentive. Pay attention, take the flyers they distribute by the subway, or when they put a flyer on under your wipers in the parking lot. Take those flyers and study what they would like to sell you, what they are trying to market you. So that way also you can learn a lot about marketing world. All right. So I told you to be more attentive from now on, since you are studying. Now you are a student and you are studying marketing. To be more attentive when you are out in the world, especially when you go to supermarkets, Korzinka, Makro, or any other convenience store near your house. I dare you to find a better product display than tobacco company's product display, right? So the best type of advertising is POS, which stands for point of sale. All right. So, tobacco companies, they know about it, right? So tobacco companies, even though they are prohibited from advertising on billboards, radio, and TV, they do POS advertising, meaning point of sale, inside the supermarkets where cigarettes are sold. you probably next time pay more attention. The best display for products is tobacco products display. It has, this LED lights, and it has a platform with a cigarette which slowly turns around and around like that, right? So making you want this, right? So they're advertising tobacco in the best way. Why is POS so good? Because people have time. So you went to the store, you have time. They have money, right? So if you don't have money, you don't go to the store. And then third, they have a desire to buy something that would satisfy their needs. They have need for something. They're seeking to fulfill this need inside the supermarket or convenience store. And the cigarette companies are some of the best marketers in the world. Why? Cigarette companies, they're selling every day tobacco to millions of consumers for money, and they say thank you. Just try to comprehend this, right? They're selling poison to millions of people every day, and these people pay money and say thank you. All right? Even look at the package. It's not just a boxy. It's rounded corners. Really pleasant to touch, and even the opening is not just like a tea box. It's like the sports car door. You see this? It looks like sports car door. They spent a lot of money for the designers to come up with this perfect, really cool package. Because package, especially in a competitive market, package becomes so important because people have very little time to choose between products. There are so many product offerings in the market. So most successful companies, they pay attention to packaging. So and this packaging has layers and layers. It has this. Of course, this I borrowed this from a cameraman. He's a smoker. So he already opened this. So it has this special pleasant plastic, to cover it. So you remove this golden thread and then you open the pack, and then even inside the pack, there is a silver paper which is covering the face of the cigarette, saying, no, please don't smoke. But, their cigarettes, they're beautifully lined up. They're waiting to be smoked. You see, they paid attention to every detail because they're selling poison to millions of people every day for money, and they say thank you. Now, this is kung fu of marketing, selling poison to the people, all right? So in Uzbekistan, we have a tobacco company called British American Tobacco, and sometimes we have guest speakers from this company in our universities, and these people, sometimes they come to our career fairs, and they want to hire our students. And I say to all the students, well, go ahead, go to Uzbek British American Tobacco, work there and learn marketing, because, I don't like tobacco, but you can learn top level marketing at tobacco companies, because only best marketing is capable of selling poison to millions of people every day. So once you learn this skill, you can apply it to everywhere. So in our consulting practice, in the past 5-6 years, I have been involved in various consulting projects in Uzbekistan with state companies and private companies, some joint ventures, and then some companies, they come to us. They're producing maybe textile and clothing or food. They say, we are trying to change the pricing, and we're trying to change the packaging, and we invested some in advertising, but we are not able to sell. It's not selling well, right? These are, food products. They're clothing. They're necessary, but they're not able to sell them as many as they would like. So a lot of things can be borrowed from tobacco companies. So you can learn from from their advertising. You can learn from their packaging, about the product design, right? So next, I would like to introduce to you one of the most important formulas in marketing. So if you go to Philip Kotler's Principles of Marketing, this is in chapter 1. The most important thing in marketing is customer satisfaction, so abbreviation CS. So customer satisfaction equals, it depends on two things, right? So customer satisfaction is dependent variable, and it depends on two independent variables, which are P for performance and E for expectations, right? So, for example, I have this Samsung phone, right? And performance means how long the battery lasts, and quality of pictures, and it's waterproof. So if I drop it accidentally in the water, so whether it withstands this. So this is performance of the product, right? So this is P. Now E is expectations. So expectations are set by communication, right? So you set expectations by advertising about your product, right? Samsung advertises a lot, right? And point of sale and TV, online, they advertise their product. So the resulting customer satisfaction is the difference between performance and expectation. So if, let's say, you buy a Samsung washing machine, right? Samsung washing machine, and they say the warranty is 3 years, right? So this is your expectation. So for 3 years, the product will perform without any failures. We're talking about Samsung washing machines, so warranty is 3 years. And then performance. Let's say the washing machine performs 4 years without any major breakdowns. So 4 minus 3 is positive 1. So this is customer, we say customer is satisfied. Okay. Now another possibility is expectation is 3 years, but the product performs 2 years and it then starts having some breakdowns. So the difference is a negative 1, so customer is dissatisfied. All right, now the last possibility here is that performance and expectation be the same, right? So you expected the product to perform for 3 years and it lasted for 3 years, so this is 0. So this is dissatisfaction, this is dissatisfaction. What is this? Think about it. I'll give you a few seconds to think. So this is called, all right, are you ready? Now this is called indifference. So customer is indifferent. So he's neither satisfied nor dissatisfied, right? So the customer is indifferent for the product. That means that they're neither happy nor unhappy. So if there is a new competitor in the market, they will easily switch to that competitor, right? That's why this formula is very important for marketers. So in the future, if you choose the marketing path, you become a marketing professional, this is going to be one of the most important things for you to manage. So you manage performance by talking to the production people, by talking all the people responsible for making the physical product or real service. So you're involved in performance as a marketer, and you are involved in setting customer expectations through your communication, right? But this is copyright Mamurjan Rahimov. You can't find this kind of formula in marketing textbooks because it's written in words. I just tried to turn this into a mathematical formula. Of course, it's not pure mathematics. Marketing is not pure mathematics, but it makes it easier for you to remember, right? So the independent variables, dependent variable, and the most important thing being customer satisfaction. All right. Now about my teaching style, teaching philosophy, teaching style. I say that there is no such a thing as a low grade. There is not enough effort. So good effort always shows. As a good paper, is a good exam, is a good coursework or group work. So please try to work on your performance. All right. So put a lot of effort. I wish you success in this semester and your studies. This is a really great time to be studying marketing because competition is increasing and market size is increasing. New companies are coming to our market and our companies are trying to expand to the rest of the world. So I'll try to share more stories with you and discuss the theoretical part of it so that we can understand, we can learn marketing together. All right, all the best. Thank you.